20% of the league are free agents. Like, everyone timed their contracts. Everybody signed one-year deals, and everyone timed their contracts to coincide with this new CBA. So literally, there's not even really any teams. There's only like 20% of the league.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to pause and listen carefully to what was just confirmed on national television. We have been covering this WNBA collective bargaining crisis for weeks. We have discussed the tension, the jealousy, and the internal conflict, but ESPN's Ramona Shelburne appeared on The Rich Eisen Show and delivered a stunning revelation that exposes the depth of turmoil behind the scenes. This is no longer just a labor dispute. It has become a standoff. 80% of the WNBA is currently without a contract. Let me repeat that because it is difficult to believe. 80% of professional basketball players in the WNBA do not have a team at this moment. This was coordinated. Contracts were aligned to expire at the same time in an effort to pressure ownership, creating a situation where the league does not currently have enough signed players to stage games. It is a manufactured crisis that is pushing the sport to a dangerous edge. If you believe the WNBPA's Valentine's Day poems were concerning, consider the logistical crisis that has now unfolded. Ramona Shelburne explained that the Players Association encouraged members to sign one-year deals last season. They were told to bet on themselves. They were told, when the Caitlin Clark money comes in, we are all going to cash out at the exact same time. But financial brinkmanship always carries risk. Eventually, someone must give in. Right now, no one is stepping back. 2 expansion teams in Toronto and Portland are preparing to enter the league. At this moment, their rosters remain empty. An expansion draft meant to celebrate growth cannot proceed without a collective bargaining agreement. Players cannot be drafted into an undefined financial system. Free agents cannot sign when the salary cap remains unsettled. The league's framework has effectively been frozen while negotiations stall over projected revenue gains. Ramona Shelburne also revealed that the WNBA released its regular season schedule. Many fans may have assumed that meant stability. Oh great, the season is definitely happening. The Indiana Fever play the New York Liberty on April 25th, but that schedule was not a sign of progress. It was described as a necessary move by the league. Shelburne characterized it as a blink, and the reason behind it raises serious concern.
I think we're getting close here, Rich. I mean, I thought it was interesting the league put out a schedule, because one of the pressure points I had been hearing was literally arena dates. You know how this goes. Like, if you don't have your dates on the schedule, they give them away to some concert. They give them away to some circus that comes to town, or they give them away to anybody else who wants to use the arena. Arenas cannot have open dates. And if you want those open dates, you gotta lock those in. So the league went forward with the idea of let's do the schedule, even though we don't even know who's on what team. And I thought that was a blink.
Did you hear that? The WNBA released a schedule for teams that do not yet have finalized rosters, simply to secure arena dates before other events claimed them. This is not speculation. The premier women's basketball league in the world, home to Caitlin Clark, Aja Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu, is competing for venue availability in crowded entertainment markets. As negotiations continue, and as union leaders Brina Stewart and Nneka Ogwumike seek 30% of gross revenue from a league that has historically operated at a loss, ownership moved quickly to publish the schedule to protect operational stability. It reflects urgency, not celebration. The union seeks treatment comparable to the NBA, including premium travel and maximum contracts. Yet major NBA venues do not risk losing priority dates for LeBron James due to competing entertainment bookings. This is what happens when expectations exceed present financial structure. The players are asking for billion-dollar recognition, while the league is still building long-term sustainability. That leads to the most important issue at hand. Rich Eisen, a respected broadcaster familiar with decades of labor disputes, addressed the central factor drawing national attention to the WNBA today.
I don't mean to be flippant, but again, there's a golden goose that's getting more valuable here. And, you know, and stars, I mean, Juju Watkins is going to be healthy. Like, this is rubber meeting the road here.
The golden goose, Caitlin Clark. Rich Eisen stated it clearly. The union is engaging in a risky strategy involving the most valuable asset the league has ever seen. Caitlin Clark's impact has elevated visibility, ratings, and attendance, yet momentum in sports can be fragile. She brought record viewership, sellout arenas, and major broadcast agreements. However, many new fans are loyal to the player, not necessarily the league brand. If a lockout occurs, If May arrives without Caitlin Clark on television delivering long-range shots, casual viewers may shift their attention elsewhere. They may turn to the NBA playoffs or other entertainment options. Regaining that audience would be extremely difficult. Union leadership appears confident that fans will wait. They seem to believe that delaying the season over revenue sharing will not affect engagement. But professional sports operate within a narrow window of cultural relevance. The WNBA is currently experiencing historic attention. If competition pauses, momentum may cool quickly. At the same time, veteran players who have contributed for years maintain that they built the league's foundation. Now, with 80% of players in free agency, the league faces an enormous logistical challenge that places Caitlin Clark's sophomore season in uncertainty. The timeline is pressing. Ramona Shelburne indicated that March is the critical deadline. Within weeks, the league must finalize the salary cap, conduct expansion drafts for Toronto and Portland, negotiate contracts for most of its players, hold the collegiate draft and open training camps. Months of work must be compressed into a short window. Even if an agreement is reached immediately, free agency activity would be unprecedented. Hundreds of players could compete for limited roster spots simultaneously.
The answer came back cold.
General managers would assemble
audience
teams
had already
with minimal
decided.
preparation time.
This
The
wasn't
quality of
revenge.
play in May could suffer due to February negotiations. Ramona Shelburne noted that union leaders including Nneka Ogwumike, Brina Stewart, and Nafisa Collier are central figures in discussions. These established stars have additional income sources through endorsements and international play. They may be able to withstand missed paychecks. But younger players and those on minimum contracts face far greater financial risk. There is concern that leadership perspectives may differ from those of rank-and-file members. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is aware of these dynamics. He understands the stakes if negotiations extend into March. Broadcast partners such as Disney, Amazon, and NBC expect stability when investing significant resources. Extended disruption